there's a lot of things you must consider when it comes to your metabolism and all of that. So let's talk about 6 strategies here, 6 or 7 I have here, okay? And even if somebody is lean, like I always say to people, lean doesn't mean necessarily healthy. You can be lean and still hold lots of fat in your midsection. And so the goal is to decrease belly fat, but work on increasing muscle around the body, but still decrease belly fat. So let's talk a little bit about the different strategies. So the first thing I will mention just before, the first thing is that in order to heal a damaged and stalled metabolism, it takes time and consistent hard work doing the right things in the right combination. So what I mean by that is you need to consistently be at that method for at least, what did I say earlier, right? 3 months, maybe sometimes four months or more, to really get your metabolism listening to you. Depending on which stage you're at, it will listen faster or slower, but doesn't mean that it's not working. You just have to make sure you give it time, because depending on severity of damage, it takes more time for it to heal and less time for less damage that you've done to it, right? Makes sense. So you need to make sure that you're doing the right combination together in a consistent program, meaning you're really addressing nutrition, you're really addressing workouts, and you're also addressing lifestyle factors, which I will talk about in the following points here. But nutrition, workouts, and lifestyle, you need to address all of them, because if you don't, then one or the other is going to cause a lot of stress for it. So like, again, we kind of go, oh, I'm going to eat really well and I'm just going to go work out, maybe just like harder, right? That may not be the solution, because working out harder may not help you, causing more stress. You may work out harder, but then not that great with your nutrition. That's also not helping you, right? So you have to have the proper combination of nutrition, workouts, lifestyle to make the factors come together in this kind of environment, basically, because your metabolism is a thermostat where you're telling the body the consistent signal so that the metabolism resets to the right thermostat. That's what we really want. We want it to consistently get all the right signals. But unfortunately, a lot of people who are not on programs or don't understand how to consistently apply it, they yo-yo, right? I don't know if this describes some of you. They yo-yo, they're all over the place. They're not quite consistent. They sometimes do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they eat healthy, sometimes they don't eat healthy. Sometimes they go to the gym for a good 2 weeks, then they don't go to the gym. Then they, and if you're like that, well, your thermostat's not going to reset. And so I'm sure I'm talking to some of you on this for sure, because it's like a lot of people are like, I'm healthy, but you're not consistent. If you're not consistent, good luck. That first factor needs to be there if you want to heal your metabolism. Consistency of the right combinations, okay? So let me ask you, for the 28 eyeballs that are watching right now, are you consistent in a program right now? So you either say consistent or say you bounce around. Are you bouncing around like a yo-yo? Are you bouncing around? Are you consistent? Put it below. Or are you bouncing around? Okay, because if that factor's not addressed first, well, everything else I say after is kind of not relevant, right? So be honest with yourself, consistent or bouncing around. If you guys are consistent, then that already factor 1 is in place. Bernice, you're bouncing around a little bit, and that's okay. At least now you're identifying it, and that's important. I've always been told by my mentor, honesty is the first step to change, right? So, and Vivian, you're very consistent. I know that you're in the FFF program, so one of our most consistent students. So you're doing amazing. So the second thing is proper nutrition. So when your metabolism is stalled or damaged, you don't need to eat less. You need to eat more, right? You need to eat more, not less, more, because every time you eat more, you stoke the fire in your body, right? Why do babies always have to eat every 2-3 hours? You guys are moms or grandmas. You guys know you got to feed the baby every few hours. Why? Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. Tracy's another amazing lady in the transformation program. She's the one who's posing and flexing in her photos. One day I think you're going to get to stage, Tracy. I believe that. But, so why are babies needing to be fed every few hours? Well, because they are massively growing, and they need to be fed so that they can grow and keep the metabolism is so high, right? So you want to think of it for yourself, not eat less, but eat more and more frequently every 3 to 4 hours. And every time you eat, you change a lot of hormonal profiling signals in your body. So when you eat, you actually change kind of the leptin signals in your body. Leptin is the hormone that tells you you're full. And so if you eat more frequently, you're actually helping your body to stay satiated, right? To be like, hey, I'm full, I'm good. Don't worry. Whereas when you eat less or you starve yourself, don't eat enough, your ghrelin levels, which is your hunger hormone signal, is the one that goes crazy and wonky. And when you diet for too long, the ghrelin levels go crazy. And that's why you're always like starving or craving things, or, cranky because we want to eat that cake, but you can't eat that cake, So it's your ghrelin, if your ghrelin is too high, that often leads to weight gain, because you're just always wanting to search for food. Your cravings are high. You feel like you're starving, which is horrible, right? We all don't want to be there. You don't want to be there where you feel like you're starving all the time. So you want to eat frequently, and you want to eat frequently very high nutrition dense foods. And that's why the FFF ladies, why we're coaching you a certain way, because you really need good combination of healthy foods with all the vitamins, minerals, and nutrition that you need. Protein, carbs, fat, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, you need all those in there. When your body doesn't get what it needs, if you remember I said why your body goes into metabolic damage or metabolic resistance, all those phases, okay? It doesn't always go straight to 3, just so you guys know. So not everybody's right at 3, but it's when it doesn't get what it needs. So let's just say you're like, I think I eat healthy. And this is, even Tracy is watching. I know whenever I train clients, I'm often very surprised, or I see what their logs look like initially. And I'm like, oh yeah, they are not getting enough of this macro. They're not getting enough of that. And yet a lot of you think you eat healthy, but if you're not giving your body what it needs, you're still creating a metabolic situation in your body. And if it's not getting what it needs, it's going to stall you a little bit, because it's like, where is that nutrient source I need, right? And it's just your body's so smart. It knows it needs to survive. So you'll be fine. It'll survive. It just slows your metabolism down. That's all, right? I mean, today's topic is what a damaged metabolism or a stalled metabolism. So if you aren't giving it the right macronutrient profiling or the right vitamins, minerals that you're lacking, you can create a bit of a stall out for yourself. So being very cognizant of that. So you need to have good quality protein. You have to have lots of variety of colorful vegetables. We know that. You need to eat lots of healthy fats, and in other words, all your macro combos need to be present. The protein, the carbs, the fat, right? You need macros for dummies, though. And and I mean, Cynthia, we sent you lots and lots of lives in regards to the macros. But in order to learn macros, like if you ask the FFF ladies right now, they're still learning on those macros and combinations and it takes a bit of time, and there is a process in what you have to do. So it's not like just one thing will answer your entire question. Also, macros are different sometimes for different people. So it's not just cookie cutter. So a couple more things is that if I say eat more food and eat more frequently, a lot of people will go, okay, so I know this, I need to eat more frequently. The biggest thing is to remember that your quality of food is very important. If you eat more food and eat more frequently, but do not eat proper quality of food, so I'll give you examples, foods with high inflammatory markers, protein bars, sugars, processed, refined oils, etc., all of these are going to overload your cellular system and your energy production system. And you are eating more, and you're eating every few hours, like Clarice said, but your quality of food is off. Therefore, you will gain weight. So if you don't have your proper understanding of that, you do need to eat more frequently, but with good nutrition and whole foods. Really watching those overly processed or bars or things that you're taking into your system. So that you're not throwing it off. Because yes, if you have too much of the bad stuff, it's going to cause weight gain. It's true. Because that's where a lot of women's fear is, right? They're like, I don't want to eat more because I'm going to gain weight. I don't want to eat more. But it isn't like you're eating more, you're going to gain weight. It's just you're eating the wrong stuff. You're eating the wrong stuff. You don't have a good understanding maybe of this is causing this, or different refined oils, different types of sugars, your bars, your shakes, whatever you're taking in your system is causing a lot of overloading of your metabolism and cellular matrix, whatever it's taking into its cells, right? So, in terms of protein, so protein is touted as one of the very important nutrients, obviously, for many reasons. But in terms of actually bringing your metabolism back up, you need to have protein that is, it's higher in your system because it allows for more thermic effect in your body. So it means it causes your body to heat up more, to need to process protein, a thermogenesis, basically. It causes more heat and production in your body to try to process protein. So it keeps your metabolism up higher, but it also obviously builds muscle. And when you have more muscle, it creates more higher rate of metabolism, right? So that's why protein is touted very importantly. So making sure you have really high quality proteins all the time in your food. And then as well, like I said, in the macros, really you need everything, but healthy fats is also really, really important, right? Healthy fats are really important for satiety, hormones in your body, all the hormones that, I'll get to in a bit about growing muscles and different things like that. It's really important for healthy fats and absorption of proper vitamins like vitamin D, A, E, K. Those vitamins all need fat. So fat is really important for cellular matrix and structure. And then you need protein a lot for the muscles and all of that. So again, it's you really need everything, but yes, you need to make sure certain things are for sure there to really boost your metabolism. So how many people here feel like you are eating the right foods? Do you feel like you are eating the right food, or you feel like you need more guidance on nutrition? Are you getting the right protein, carbs, and fat? And are you getting good fats? Do you feel like you have the proper balance of it all? So put it below, yes, good balance, or no, I don't need more help. Macros, you need more help, or put macros below, because that is sometimes why you stall.